the new way that we're going to be completing the I-9s, and you'll be receiving an email from LawLogic, and you'll see that it's a do not reply at lawlogic.com. Once you receive that email, you'll open it up, click on the link. The link works once, so once you do click on that link, you won't be able to access it again, and you'll get taken to the Atlas Guardian site where you'll see welcome to the form I-9 process. So this is where you're gonna click on the Get Started button, and you're gonna fill out section 1 of the I-9. You're gonna go through and put in your last name, first name, your middle initial if you have one, or you would click NA, and then other names used. So if you don't have any other last names used, you would just click NA and it'll fill in there for you. Put in your address, and if you have an apartment number, you'd put that in. We don't. City, state, zip code, date of birth, and then your social security number, and then your email if you want to put that in there, or you can click NA, and also for the telephone number you can click NA. Then you'll go to the next part and state if you were a citizen, non-citizen, any of these. You'll just click one of them. I'm gonna click that I am a citizen, then it'll automatically fill the stuff below, so you don't have to do anything else. You will click that you did not use a preparer or translator if you did not, or if you did use a preparer, you would click that part. Click sign. It'll double check to make sure everything's correct. Then you'll just, step 1 will take you to just double checking your information, that your first and last name's correct. And you want to click next to them just to verify these are correct. And then you click the accept button. It's just acknowledging that you're electronically signing this. Select a question that you can answer for step 3. And then you'll electronically sign. You can print your receipt if you want. We don't need that. That would be for your own records. And then you would just click the next step. And so this is going to take you to section 2. So section 2 is where you're going to bring your documents or provide your documents of proof of citizenship. And for this step, you're going to need to find someone in person that can actually check these documents for you. So it can be anybody. It's called a registered agent in the system, but it can be anybody. So your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, sister, brother, mom, dad, anything like that. If you are anywhere where none of your family members are, if you have, if you got housing and you had to provide your social security number or your ID, which is more likely for apartments or anything like that, the front desk person would be somebody that you can do that with because they already have that information. If you just kind of think about who you've already given these documents to or you've provided them for, that's somebody that you can go to and ask if they would just fill out this section for you. The list of acceptable documents are here. You can click the next button because that's gonna take you to section 2. So here is where you're gonna find the instructions for the verifier. You'll click this, and this is the link that they use to complete section 2. So you can print this if you would like, or you can copy and paste it to an email. If you don't have either of those options, you can send a request to I-9 at atlasmedstaff.com, and we can send the email to your registered agent. We would just need the email that you are sending to. So once they receive this is what they will receive. They'll click on the link, and they're going to put in their email address. It's going to be different than yours. All right, so this is my registered agent. and they should receive an access code to their email. If you're with the person and you're already in the system, you can do this with them sitting right there. They would just need to have access to their email. If you don't receive it, you can hit resend email. Alright, so you'll put in the code once you receive it. And then you'll put in your information. Mine automatically fills because they've already done this, so you may have to put yours in. And for title, you can put, if you don't really have an actual title, you can just put relative or something like that. Click next. Section 1 has already been completed, so that's why it says there's just an update there. So if you're going to section 2 and you start to put in some information and it states that section 1 is not the same, then you would go back and update section 1. And that's why we like to have the person there while completing it, just in case this does happen. Click the start button and that will take you to section 2. The documents that you should have provided will fall under these 3 columns. You'll have a document from list A or documents from list B and C. So we are going to do documents from list A, which is a passport, issuing authority, US, document number, expiration date. That should be that for that. If you do have the other documents, so there's driver's license, you would click that, and then a social security card or anything here. If you click driver's license, it'll ask to make sure that it has a photo ID. So you'll just want to make sure that you check, or your registered agent checks that box that it has a photo ID. Then you'll come down here, put your start date, and then the information should have automatically filled from what you put in previously, and the registered agent would then sign it. Here's the agreement of the electronic signature, and you would just make sure your registered agent checks all these boxes. You get a PIN number, put that PIN number in correctly, and the electronic signature is completed. So your section 2 is now complete, and that is all that your registered agent will see. Now if you go back and log in, you should get an email stating that you need to upload your documents. If you don't ever receive that email, just make sure that we do receive those documents, because they do need to be uploaded. So you can always email those to your compliance person or to I-9 at atlasmedstaff.com. If you have any other questions, always direct them to I-9 at atlasmedstaff.com or me, L. Bishop, at atlasmedstaff.com. You can also ask your recruiter. They should have some information on this, or they can direct you to who to talk to. That's how you complete your I-9 on the new system, and have a great day.